Applause this time. We can applause this time instead of a fart. That's a change of pace. That's a very big change of pace. Hello, friends. Hi. How are you? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing great. I could be a little bit better, but that's okay. My body doesn't like me very much today. I feel just a little bit sick. And things have been not the best. If any of you have seen Twitter. Oh. Wait. wait a second, I'm getting double audio. There we go. I had Kick unmuted, my bad. Where did Sheepy go? What do you mean, Sheepy? I'm right here. Gotta keep you on your toes. That's true. You never know when you're gonna bully me again. But hello, chat. Hi, Ayoshi. I also saw Woman Avoider check in. Hi, Woman Avoider. Hi, Green Milk. Hi, Gizmoof. Hello, friends. I saw a little pixelated sheepy run across the bottom of the screen. Oh yeah, that's my new notification thingy. I changed it so it's like better and stuff. Ain't no way. What do you mean ain't no way? Call it. Aren't you supposed to be like editing or something? Cool. Thank you. Hello, brothers and sisters. Hello, Willard Avoider. Don't you mean hello only brothers, since there are no women here? Since you are avoiding them? Are you being nice to my man-fish? Only when he deserves it. But I will be nice to him today. I'll make him cookies today. Because we have a nice stay-in day planned. We're gonna do a movie night. And I got all this stuff for like theater popcorn. It'll be really, really good. I'm excited to try it out. So I'll make some food, make some cookies, make some popcorn, and we're all watching a nice movie together. Got AI edits of you incoming today. Ooh, you'll have to put them in the You'll have to put them. Oh. You'll have to put them in the Fan Art Friday channel. Hopefully I'll get to it and remember it today. Speaking of, gonna order some very good ramen. Ooh, sounds good. I haven't eaten enough today. I have like one protein bar and that's it. And an energy drink. You think that's good enough? That's probably good enough. But yeah. I'm sure that some of you have seen the stuff on Twitter and my little rant on Celeste's stream the other night. But there's just a ton of people, not even a ton, just not inconsequential amount of people in the community that
women
are not that we don't see eye to eye. And for some reason, that is irreconcilable for them. Women, did you drink water today? There's water in the energy drinks. Don't you worry. Sounds like you need to make yourself a sandwich after stream. Don't worry. What happened? I know the thing with Celeste is a completely different thing, but apparently, and I may be getting some details incorrect. My memory is terrible. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. There was some kind of Discord server where there were other Christian VTubers who were not big fans of me. And yeah, they're not big fans of me or Celeste, and they decided that they were gonna gossip about it and claim us to be grifters and say, oh, we're associating with people who are not so good. Desmo, you're gonna be way more mean about it than me. Yeah, you have gotten thoughts to keep those thoughts to yourself. They're probably not nice. Let me add a boss. Alright, you want Commander Desmo, guys? Can't believe it was Marcus. Yeah, from what I remember, we were on good terms. Hold on. There we go. Commander Desmo. Hello? Hello?
Okay, cool.
Can you hear Commander okay?
Let me get where I can see chat too real quick.
And let me turn on the Fuji deck.
Yep.
And make you not so dang big. Here we go. But it's a terrible shame to gossip behind the backs of others. Yeah, as I said on Twitter, I don't hold any hard feelings. I'm mainly just disappointed, especially since some of my friends were in there, and they didn't really defend me.
Not that we need defending, but like, you know, you stand up for your bros, right? That's about the mindset of it. We talk to some of them though, and we're chill because you know they
yeah.
You know.
We talk with those friends and we're chill now. We're chill now. It's
at least the ones we know about.
Yeah. It's still weighing on me a little, but most of them are people that I don't really know all that well, or are just like acquaintances that I've talked to a little bit before. But the main thing that has been circulating is, oh, I am a grifter. Specifically because, like, oh, you're more conservative leaning, you're more, you know, a little bit edgier than your average bugbear. You are associating with people who have like takes on lolicon stuff that I don't personally agree with. The big thing, I think, at least in that server, at least from what I've been told, is like, oh, they're associating with people who are pro lolicon, which, number one, I didn't know anything about that for the most part. Like, obviously, like, Straub and Rev have kind of history with it, which I'm sure that they have gone back on that a little bit since becoming Christians. I would assume so.
Here's my
if
take.
Not...
let me just dive in real quick, right? Okay. So the stands like, okay, you're associating with X, Y, and Z people, right? So we aren't supposed to go out and be an example of Christ unto the world. We're supposed to lock ourselves up in an ivory tower and thumb our noses at the unsaved masses. That's the take I get away from that, right? You're not going to change minds and hearts by acting holier than thou and calling people big dumb duty heads. You need to be able to connect with people and reach out and have that dialogue, right? Like, wifey here, you're not doesn't chase clout, no. We do our own thing, and the opportunity to interact with some people comes upon us. Sure, why not? We'll hang out. And some of these people, they have to be careful who they associate with, because yeah, there are absolutely people who will chase clout and then try to use these people as a stepping stone and toss them away and while talking smack behind their back. That's gross. No, that ain't cool.
I mean, if I was really chasing clout, I wouldn't be associating with people like Leaflet, because that does get me flack. It gives me flack to be associating with more secular VTubers or like pro AI VTubers or anything of the like. Like, right. if I really was trying to maximize profit, I would be completely squeaky clean and not associating with myself anybody controversial at all. I probably wouldn't even be friends with Celeste because she's such a controversial creator online.
Right. And heck, even meeting Celeste was a fluke. Like when we first met, she had like this post for like, hey, Christian content creators play Amogus. I'm like, oh, I had no idea who she was at the time. We were literally just like, okay, here's wife, here's your rabbit model as Saint Usagi. Let's just see if there's any Christian gamers we can hang out with. Oh, hey, there's one. They're offering for Amogus. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Sounded like fun.
Yeah.
Maybe make some Christian gamer friends, because I've never really had those in my life at all, honestly. And that was cool. So we hung out, we became friends. It was neat. It was great, fantastic, honestly. And you know, some people saying, "Oh, do you think it's okay for Christians to associate positively with lolicons or people who do, you know, into lewd stuff and whatever else as Christian, and not trying to speak the gospel to them?" And is right there, you know, that right there shows people saying that shows that they don't pay attention. Like, he obviously posts on Twitter, you know, anti-lolly looting stuff, right?
I do.
It's unpopular within secular spaces. That, like, if we were clout chasing, we'd be like, "Oh yeah, lolycon's great, raw, you know, right?"
If I was a grifter, I would be pro lolly. like the
Right.
amount of hate I have gotten from my anti-lolly takes online, it is legitimately the most hate I have ever gotten in my entire life. I
Real.
have gotten legitimate death threats because I said, hey, looting characters that are underage is
Real code.
bad, regardless of
That's
you know,
fine.
drawn or not.
Yeah. And, you know,
that has gotten me such severe hate, and I have been blocked by so many accounts who I don't even know who you are, and
Right.
I will see, like, I will go into comment sections and I'll see, like, oh, I can't like or comment on this person's thing. Oh, they blocked me. I don't know who they are, never spoken to them. They just
Right.
have me blocked.
And you know, to add though, like, right, you associating with people who you disagree with. It's like people open up to real dialogue when they feel like they're in trustworthy company. These things happen in private over time, all when you connect and share with people that you can trust, right, and respect. That's when you connect and you can, you know, understand where they're coming from and like really have that dialogue and have change minds. You have to have that connection. Sometimes it doesn't change minds, or sometimes it takes years for someone to, you know, change their perspective. Even then, you don't throw people away because they do something like you don't like, right? Just because they do something you don't like, you don't throw them away. Even if that thing is no bueno, right? It's no good. Maybe you distance yourself if it's serious enough, and you know, whatever. But you still try to be a positive influence in their life as easily as you can be without damaging your own walk. We're a bit rough. We're a bit on the rougher side. We have more conservative views, and we have some unpopular opinions and views, and we're a little bit on the edge of your side with our humor. It ain't that serious though, and you know, there's all kinds of people out there, and there needs to be a space for those, you know, who may be a little bit on rough on the edges. We can't all be the most squeakiest, cleanest, you know.
I will say,
Suit wearing
I'm not
Charlie
I'm not super buddy with most of the people who I associate with. The closest, like, big VTuber friends I have are Celeste and Leaflet. And if Leaflet has expressed, like, pro lolly views, I have never heard them personally. That may just be due to my lack of digging or something. But even then, she's not actively, like, posting lewd lolly art or, like, advertising it. Really, like, this is good thing, go do this, right? Like, with her, I can agree to disagree. Like, oh, I think this is bad. Like, oh, I don't think this is so bad. Okay, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what either of us think. Like, the world is gonna be how it's gonna be. What the flip is leave it.
That is so funny.
But people like Ember, I want to be better friends with, but you know, we just don't talk. And you know, Straub and Rev, I've basically never talked to them, aside from, like, maybe comment sections.
One negative interaction with Straub, I think.
Was it negative? I forget.
It was like a disagreement between you two, and she was just kind of like not liking what you said or something. I don't remember.
Oh, was it some take about women? It was probably that. But overall, I can agree to disagree with people on, like, very important things even. Like, I have good friends who are Muslim. I have good friends who are, you know, Democrats, leftists. I have family who I love dearly, who are, you know, transgender, gay. They're leftists. They're the antithesis of what I believe, and I still love them to pieces. I would still do anything for them.
Well, within reason. Yeah.
Within reason.
I'm not gonna chop my arm off, or, you know. But
Oh, Chad, thank you for the follow. But overall, I think it's horrible the way that people will completely throw others out simply because they can't be yes men to them all the time. They want nothing but an echo chamber of them agreeing with your opinion, right? They think that you have to agree on literally everything to find value in someone's friendship, which I completely disagree with. There are people I love to pieces who I could not disagree more with. But at the end of the day, so long as they respect me and we can actually talk about our problems, I can be your friend. I'm really not that hard to please in terms of amicability, I suppose. I'm seeing a lot of drama going on from people in insecure places. It's a very sad thing. I'm not gonna speculate on why some of these people did what they did. They obviously have their reasons, and it makes
some
sense
of it could
to
certainly be
them.
insecurity. Some of it certainly could be insecurity, like no doubt. I think a very big problem is that we all can't agree on where the line is for a number of things. And when some people are past that line for some person, they're like, "Oh, you're crossing that line. You need to stop." And they're like, "It's not that serious." And they're just like a foot past the line for that person, but their line's like somewhere else, right? We can't. Unfortunately, we don't all agree where the line is for a number of things, and that is kind of where a bunch of conflict comes into play. And because we all, there's a lot of people who use scripture to back up their point when, maybe they ain't necessarily in the right. That happens a lot. People try to justify their position, and they think their position is right because they believe certain thing. Just because you believe certain thing does not mean your position is correct. That's all I'm saying. Because that line, sometimes that line's more gray than a solid Sharpie.
How can people not respect your take knowing you're a faithful Christian? Read the room. I mean, it's not entirely obvious. There's obviously wolves in sheep's clothing, which I'm kind of surprised I've never gotten that comment before, considering. But there's people who look perfect from the outside, who really are, not what they say, not what they appear to be. And I can't blame them for having doubts about anybody they come across, even me. Especially given my background of being an unbeliever, being a pagan. RB, thank you for the subs. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. But I don't doubt. I don't doubt they had decent intentions with their concerns.
Part of the problem is when they let it make them bitter and hateful towards people, though, right? And I get it. It's real easy when you get frustrated or upset or mad or whatever at someone to just kind of fall into that. Well, this person's just bad, right? It's real easy to fall into the just assuming people's intentions and assuming the worst. It's super easy.
I don't have a problem with their concerns.
Pagan just basically means like non-Christian religion, more or less.
Yeah, so I was into witchcraft when I was younger. Wicca, to be more specific. And I had a boyfriend who was actually a Satanist. And they got me into some pretty bad things.
Then you met me.
Then I met my wonderful husband Desmo, and he changed me for the better. But
we've gone into your background a lot, but we never really talked about mine. Mine isn't nearly as interesting as yours, but it probably serves to show like what you came into contact with and where she actually didn't have tattoos, surprisingly.
No.
But
no tattoos, no piercings outside of my ears.
And this move. No, my background is not nearly as interesting. I grew up, a little turbulent childhood. My parents divorced when I was young. My dad made mistakes and they made bad choices, but no, I did ultimately grow up in the church. I think probably like Southern Baptist is probably the most likely, kind of denomination I kind of was mostly around because it was most common to the area. But no, like even from when I was really, really little, I've been in the church on and off. We've went to a few different churches for whatever reason, but I don't really know them personally. But no, I've grown up in the church like my whole life. And, you know, I did kind of get lukewarm and kind of wander a little bit as, you know, in my teenage years and my, you know, early 20s. But, you know, as time went on and, you know, I faced trials and tribulations, I always held on to God in my mind. Even when I was making bad decisions, I just made bad decisions because I was dumb. I did dumb things, right? Young and dumb, right? And then, you know, I was at a point where I was just, you know, rough and kind of getting a little wild. And then I met Grace.
Hi.
And we got close. We started talking, started dating. And you know, she really started trusting me, and you know, we actually had those conversations because he was. Oh, because I was at a point where I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna date super seriously, but I'll date and I'll, you know, see what I vibe with, and you know, I'm not gonna actively chase a relationship.
I'm not gonna date super seriously. Proceeds to date as seriously as you can.
Right. And so like, with all that, we grew closer, and she asked me questions about what I believed and why I believed, and I'm a dude, like, I graduated high school in the early 20-teens, like super early 20-teens, and I grew up like paying attention to Gamergate. I've seen COPA, SAPA, all those really restrictive, like, you know, open internet kind of anti, you know, and all the fair use stuff. I've been really big in these spaces online.
You were there for the wild west of the internet.
From the early 20-teens to about like what? 2020 something, early 2020s. I mean, I guess technically even still, I've been terminally online. I was neat though for, I guess, from like 2013 to about 2019-ish. Less so around like 2017. I got a job around 2017, but like I was a neat for many years, so I was terminally online. So I'm like knee deep in the terminally online culture, and I was like big into anime all throughout the early 2000s when I was a little kid. Like I was one of those anime nerd dudes, but I got along with everyone because I was fairly chill. 20-teens. I'm listening to Larva. Yeah, I'm in my 30s now, early 30s, but like, no, I was a neat for many years. I was terminally online. I developed that kind of edgy 4chan humor, and I've mellowed out a bit since those days. A good bit. I still have edgy humors. I still you know, have takes that are very eyebrow raising but nuanced. But like, I'm willing to hash it out and talk about with people. I watch a lot of. I ended up watching a lot of political YouTubers throughout those years. Sargon of Akkad, Underfoot before he went crazy.
Before he went crazy.
A lot of Tim Pool, Crowder, or Stephen Crowder specifically.
Also before they went crazy.
Well, he's always been a little goofy, but he never really went crazy. Mark, I know of Mark Dice. I watched some of his stuff.
Who's Chan and why is he 4?
Who's Chan? Why is he 4?
Who is this 4chan?
No, I get it though. I get it, Scurvy. Because like, there's a lot that happens. You don't like. There's a lot of talking in the background between a lot of people you don't really know about, and then, you know, things happen, and people like assume stuff because people will yap. There are people who will yap not knowing what the heck they're going on about. Right? They'll just yap and assume they know everything, and they'll let people. Whoa, they seem to know what they're talking about. Right? That just kind of happens. It'd be able to do, and sometimes that's driven by people just thinking they know better, or people who are driven by a negative experience, be it justified or not. Because like I've had to mediate in situations where like, yeah, the other side was overreacting, and I had to like be like, no, you're basically being ridiculous. You're going too far with this, and they didn't like that, and so that painted their position to me negatively. And well, that's the role of moderation, right? Because I've been a moderator in the Christian C4 server, Discord server, you know, a place where Christian creators could come and gather and hang out. And I wasn't even, I've been a moderator since like what? I've been in there for 2 years, not 2 years, a little less than that. But I've been a moderator for what, since like November last year? Before that, I was just hosting game nights because I wanted to have fun time with people, right? I just wanted to chill. Maybe even secret fifth. No, there always is. Like like in my terminally online days, I've moderated a lot of spaces. I've been a moderator for many years.
I've been a moderator for many years, actually.
Right.
I'm
like,
super poor moderator.
Right. Black conservative perspective is a good channel to follow. Greg is great, and he's ahead of the curve in news. Sometimes news. Nice. Actually, that reminds me of I used to watch a lot of Anthony Brian Logan too. He was pretty chill back in the day. I don't really follow him these days. I don't keep up with the political scene anymore. It's good to know what's going on, but if you get too black pilled about it, you get into a state that's not following Christ like principles, right?
Mm.
But no, it happens though. Spaces, people get mad. They in a space, they'll make their spin-offs, and things fracture and branch. That just tends to be how things go when people feel big, mad, and upsetty about whatever. And it ain't fun. It ain't fun, right? And sometimes you have to be the bad guy, and people will take that and spin it some whatever way. And there have been at least 2 big situations, one just before I became a moderator, and then one after, where people did not like the outcome. And there was one situation where man, I would rather personally, I would rather these situations be aired out for people to kind of know the details of and kind of make their own opinions. But I also worry about rocking the boat too much, right? Because some of this stuff, it involves a lot of people, and I don't want to paint anyone in a negative light because, oh wow, they had a bad call there. Wow, I'm gonna look at them differently.
Well, everyone has bad calls every now and then,
right?
Including us, including
for sure.
people we love. It's weird. Absolutely, still human. And we'll mess up. We have messed up and we will mess up. And I don't hold that against anybody.
Yeah. Let's see, I got here, Iron Bear. I've been catching up on what's been going on in the culture, knowing what people want to talk about. The culture war stuff has been getting more out of hand of late. Cloud keeps making decisions that are polarizing. And people argue constantly. Yeah, no, I'd agree. And I think part of it's intentional for sure by the powers that be. Because they want us at each other's throats, right? The art of agreeing to disagree is trying to be killed by certain people, I think. And it's sad, really. And the fact we can't even agree in the Christian space in these Christian spaces is even more sad, right? Because we're supposed to be united in Christ, but we're so everyone has an opinion and everyone holds their own opinion too highly.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even consider that their takes on things could be wrong, that their opinions that they hold could be misinformed or just a product of ego or pride or any number of things. Just misunderstanding, not having all the information. And unfortunately, a lot of them don't bother to come to anybody to clarify.
No, that's
or be like, hey, I noticed this thing. Are you okay? Can you explain to me what's happening here? Because I'm concerned about you.
People don't reach out with their concerns like they should. I think that's a big thing. Some people do. Some people I know do. Greenluck, honestly, I'd say he's a prime example of it. He's really good about if he has a concern or issue, he's really good about reaching out about it. And we talk, and sometimes we don't agree, or sometimes I'm like, yeah, no, I get where you're coming from, and I think this way, and he's like, okay. And yeah, no, he's actually a really good example of what you should do in terms of that, I think, more often than not.
But
so shout out to my brother Greenluck on that one.
As I've said on social media, I would prefer every single time if you have some kind of issue with me, if you are concerned about where my heart posture is in terms of the Lord, if you see me going astray, please come talk to me about it. My DMs are always open. You're always free to message me. In my card link, there's several ways to reach me. My Twitter DMs are open. I don't check them all that often, so forgive me if I miss it at first. But
there's also something else. Here's something else to consider, really, too, right? To some degree, we can't respond to everyone. I'm thinking about that now. Just kind of we can't respond to everyone. But you also have to remember, we also have people that we do know who will reach out to us in most cases. And if you are super duper worried, do try, at least try to reach out, right? And if we see it, we'll get to it, right?
Yeah, we have mods, we have friends, we have these people. I've had random people reach out to me and be like, "Hey, did you know this thing is happening with this friend of yours? Like, I don't know if they know it, or like, hey, I'm concerned about this person. Do you think you could talk to them about this?" I'm like, yeah. I would hope my friends would do the same for me if one of you reached out to them about it.
For sure.
But my thing is, I just wish there were more communication.
Yeah.
In this space, because there's a lot of people who
assume the worst.
They assume the worst about me, and
not just about you. A lot of people in general, honestly, not even just you. That's not exclusive to us.
There's a few decently sized names that have just straight up blocked me, and I have no clue why. I wish they would have come and talked to me about it before.
There are clues as to why. They just assume your intention.
I'm not gonna speculate too much. But I definitely would rather them come to me about it and try and talk to me about, what they may see in me that I may not see in myself, right? They're jealous of the anime sheep girl. I certainly hope not. I am nobody to be jealous over. I have a modest following. I have decent friends. Well, that's about it. I don't know why anyone would be jealous of me. To be honest, I'm just me.
I understand why. I get why. Because in the content space, like, even getting a modest following is difficult, and people really want that, right? There are some people who dream about being a content creator. So I get why.
I'm not gonna assume that that's the reasoning.
I hope not.
But I know that certainly some people would definitely not be jealous of my success given their own. But I just want them to talk to me about it, and it's okay if they don't. But there's definitely too much of it in the Christian VTubing space. It feels almost like high school, right? It's not
honestly,
any different.
That's probably just the content creation space in general, honestly, because I've heard similar things about just even secular content creation. Just content creation in general is very
content creation in general, especially when it's personality based, like VTubing. It feels very high school-esque in terms of drama. Because, like, you have, these huge, big, popular girls, and they're saying and doing these things. These less popular girls. And then there's these people over here in this clique who don't like those people over there in that clique. And these people are the bad guys, and these people are the good guys. And it's like, there is, like, no black and white whatsoever. Just some of these people. I don't understand it. I don't like being a part of it. That's a chunk of the reason why I have kind of withdrawn a little bit from, like, the quote-unquote community. Ray, thank you for the bits. Desmo's fund. What Desmo fund? Are you putting out a fund without me?
No. Apparently. wait. Hold on. I'm kind of skimming chat more or less. But let me actually read a little bit here.
If you ever get a PO box, recommend Rocky Paso Vintage. Huh?
Nines. Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Sorry things have gotten this tricky for y'all. Love you both. I'm very happy to call you both friends. Thank you, noob.
Towards my cigar fund. I see.
Avoid all online communities at this point. I wouldn't say that. I've definitely found some amazing friends through C4, through collaborations, through
for sure.
these communities, and I'm so lucky and so blessed to have them. I'm so thankful for my friendships with particularly Celeste and Leaflet. They have been awesome. Simply amazing. What is the word for it?
Confidant.
Confidants. But not only that, but like examples of how to deal with these things. Cause they've both gone through a lot worse controversies than I have. I hope that I handle my issues as well as they do. Like the amount of self-restraint they have shown on a regular basis, it's crazy. I really look up to them. I would tell others who are lost to watch you, Desmo Simpson BT. I think you're all great people to look up to.
Well,
thank you so much.
Listen. If there's anything you good see about us, that ain't us. That's Christ through us right there. That's all I gotta say about that.
Exactly. If you all knew exactly how broken of a person I am, I don't I don't know what your opinions of me would be. But I'm very happy that I can reflect Christ in a way that resonates with some of you. I really wish that I could do more. Well, not even that I could do more, but I felt comfortable. I guess that's a better term. Doing more like strictly Christian focused content. And the main reason that I don't is because I feel like I'm not that qualified to do it. And I know that God qualifies the unqualified. He picks the person and not what they can do, but how he can use them. But I feel like I'm still lacking in my own knowledge of biblical matters, and I don't want to speak out about the things that I don't know and potentially, say something that is not going to be helpful to someone or leave them. Yeah, something not edifying, right? I'll be completely honest with you. I have a really hard time with actually picking up my Bible and reading. I have read an embarrassingly little amount of the Bible, which I really do want to get better on.
Most of what she's learned through me.
Yes. I've learned secondhand through a lot of things. I have been trying to listen to like audiobooks of the Bible and that kind of stuff, just trying to get like my daily little tidbits that I can. But my issues with ADHD and autism and all these things that are distracting me, it makes it really hard for me to be able to actually sit down, calm down, be mentally well enough to focus on the Bible and the Word of God. And it is really embarrassing for me to admit it, because I want to be a good example for you guys, and I don't feel like I am in some ways. I want to be the best example that I can be, and I want to be able to give you the best knowledge that I can, the best takes, the best example for you guys. But I don't feel like I've gotten there yet. The most I can do is just be honest with you, be able to lead you to a treasure that I've not yet claimed, right? But my advice to everyone trying to get into reading is to start in places you haven't heard of before. Minor Prophets is a good place to start.
No, she masks her symptoms phenomenally.
Yeah, especially publicly. But I am generally kind of a wreck off stream. I have a hard time like dealing with my emotions and my sensory issues. But I'm able to hold it together enough for 4 hours for stream and focus on you guys enough that I can I can look decent from the outside, and I can be a reflection of Christ in those moments, hopefully. Be able to be a light for you guys in maybe some of your not so great moments. Not your not so great times.
The 24-hour stream was certainly pushing it.
It really was. I think I held it together okay. I can relate. I'm now a big Christian, but often I don't read the Bible, even weekly. Yeah.
I, at the very least, like on times I don't actively read, I have the Bible app on my phone, and I always make a point to read the verse of the day. And Draka Bro, shout out to him. Sam, welcome in.
Hi, Sam.
Draka Bro in our server, he posts scripture every day. He posts his verse every day, and I always read that too. So I'm always trying to get read a little bit of something at the very least, even if it's just little bite-sized pieces. Something is better than nothing.
Yeah, but overall, the main reason I don't do a lot of biblical content is because I don't feel like I know enough to do it justice, to actually be able to sit down and give you the kind of content
teaching, really,
the kind of teaching that you really should be getting. And do a 72-hour stream next. No.
And we're fine to point to people who are better versed than us, like Vuber Marshall. He's someone who really is really deep and lives in the word really well. He has his struggles and his challenge and his stuff he goes through still, but he's a great example for someone who's much better with that than we are. And even then, he has his moments where he falls short, right? Even Sam's Bible studies are really solid.
Yeah.
Samson,
I admire Sam a lot for those, being able to do those and actually have something to say on top of a speak of the stinky fish. Hi Sam, hi chums, welcome
reminds
here.
me. Let me see. Get that back up. I forgot about stream avatars.
Flex on those fins. Hi River, hi chums. But we're just having a little serious talk.
Yeah.
Mainly, stuff about the drama that's been happening on Twitter. People,
being people.
People being people. Them assuming that I'm a grifter for some of the people I associate with. Reiterating that just because I'm friends with someone doesn't mean I necessarily agree with literally all their opinions or actions or anything like that. Simpson is like the internet's youth pastor.
It feels like it sometimes, for sure.
A little bit.
And someone said you could do what Belle does and have just Bible readings, like she learns along with her audience. You could. Wouldn't that? I feel like that'd be kind of stepping on Belle's toes a little bit, right there, right?
Maybe.
If we can point to Belle, if we can point people to Belle, like hey, if you want some of that, we could, Belle does this thing, it'd be great.
Yeah, Bella is one of those people who's always been nice to me, through drama, because even when you disagreed, yeah, even when we disagreed, she's always been respectful. She's always been great to me. She's always, considered me a friend, and I always consider her a friend. We may not talk all that much, but that's because we're busy people. Hentai, thank you for the subs. Thank you for the 5 subs. Means a lot. But,
welcome to the flock, front toward enemy 42. Welcome in.
Welcome in.
Silent Belle.
Scarlet Belle also seems like a really cool person.
Yeah, just don't really know her that well. But yeah.
The Silent Belle has always been respectful through any kind of drama that's, affected us both. Yeah, any kind of disagreement, we can agree to disagree. Right? Yeah. She's always been respectful. And I have an immense amount of respect for her as a creator and as a fellow sister in Christ.
For sure.
And I would definitely, advise anybody, go watch her if you like me. If you like what I do, she does it probably a lot better than I do. Hope you and Bear are doing okay, Maria. We are. I got God to lean on. I got my husband to lean on. I got friends to lean on. I'll be just A-okay. I got everything I need. I want to read the original Hebrew of the Old Testament and see what we might be missing. I was seeing some interesting things in Genesis when I was reading, looking at each word. Yeah, a lot of context is lost in just
in translation,
words.
honestly.
Translation.
And that's actually one of the reasons why I'm really interested in the Greek of the New Testament and the Aramaic of you know of such. I'm really interested in because I've been there's a few channels I've been watching. Maybe I should like shout those out at some point. But there's some channels I've been watching that really dive into the original meanings of the words and how meaning is kind of shifted a little bit when translated. And that's something I personally really have an interest in, honestly. Not something I'm definitely not in a space to teach it, but it's something that I think is really good to go. I think good to go over with people, honestly.
Yeah. She's very respectful even with disagreements. Made a mistake she's not a fan of. Apologized in seconds, so she was very appreciative of my apology. Yeah. I really want to learn Latin. It'd be good, but I have one thing with my autism. Oh my goodness, we have a hype train? And thank you so much. But one thing with me
maybe so.
and
maybe I'll
my...
do that when I start. Maybe I'll do that when I start streaming. Which maybe I'll finish off my my AI music album because I made my little theme song. I'm like, you know what? I have other ideas. Maybe I can get those come to fruition. Make a little thing for that. Maybe I'll just work on that, finish that up, and
Jerry Bean, don't you do it? I see you scheming over there. But
hang on.
I will say,
someone's pointing out. Pixel Defiance says, Maria, listen, you're a Christian, you're a content creator. You're going to get crucified by public opinion. You can't do anything about that. You have supporters, you have your husband, you have Jesus. You're going to be okay. Yeah, no, for sure.
absolutely.
It just hurts. It hurts that a little bit more when it's fellow Christians and content creators, making some rough takes.
Yeah,
but like, yeah, no, for the most part,
people who should understand and be probably better than the secular world.
I wouldn't even say that. You really shouldn't expect that, but like you kind of hope.
We shouldn't expect it, but it doesn't make me.
You kind of want to have the hope that they're going to behave Christ-like in all their interactions, right? You kind of have that hope, but you have to remember that there's still people too, and well.
The whole point of Christianity is that we're all broken, every single one of us. Not a single one of us is perfect or spotless, or are free from sin.
Way I've heard it recently, and I thought it was a really good analogy. It's like, okay, yeah, it's not the healthy that need a doctor, right? And well, where does it leave us people? Are we the doctors? No, God is the doctor. Angels are like nurses. We're like paramedics, injured paramedics at that. Right. And so we're going around, rushing around, trying to stabilize people, so they can so the doctors and the nurses and the doctors, mainly the doctor, can get us back up and going, right? And that's kind of the stance. That's kind of the way of it, right? Some people have these injuries of the flesh and spirit, and that's what's the Pope
Honestly, in this scenario?
The highest tier under Catholic stance, I'd probably say the highest tier paramedic. I guess that's probably the best way to do it, because as humans, we're always gonna have that flesh fallibility, right?
I would say general Christians are the paramedics, the priests and pastors, the religious leaders are the doctors. Oh yeah, and Jesus is the medicine.
Well, either way, like you get the analogy though. The point that we're not the we ain't all that in a bag of chips. Basically, we're part of the equation for sure. God uses us, but like we're not,
We're not perfect. We're not uninjured ourselves.
You're the mom
We're just
at a
doing
kid's
our
gang.
best.
You're the mom at a kid's gang with a bag full of band-aids and treats, for real.
Yeah, that's me. I got in my purse. I have an Elmo band-aids.
You do.
And that's the best that I can do. I got some cough drops. You want a cough drop?
Yeah,
the strawberry flavor.
The average who isn't is more like the person with the first aid kit and maybe some first aid training.
I got NyQuil.
And we're just running around with our band-aids and our NyQuil trying to help out.
Yeah, like you need to call a doctor, friend. That's my level of helping. Just call the doctor.
Right.
You need
Yeah,
a doctor.
And Colby's like, I could be a doctor while having a 3rd-degree burn on my leg, right? Like, even if we're going around helping, we still have the spiritual injuries of our own, right?
Gotta remember that it's okay to stop caring about validation from a world that killed the perfect man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I came into this knowing that I would be hated to an extent. It's always just disappointing when it comes from the Christian side of things. Where I expected where I should have people who are not necessarily supportive, but people who will help guide me to the right path, or at least want that. You know, people who
honestly, we didn't even have any like ill will towards. We didn't like, you know, have any. We didn't like, oh yeah, that person, they're chill as far as we know. Like that's kind of like generally our stance. Like, oh yeah, this person, yeah, don't know much about them. We think they're pretty chill. They seem pretty cool. And then, you know, some of them turn around and they not nice things. It's like, oh, that's disappointing. You know, you think all right of someone, and they turn around and kind of, he's like, yeah, well, that sucks. It's kind of the mindset of it, right?
Instead of coming to me being like, hey, I think that, you know, you could be doing this and this thing better, and I think this is un-Christ-like, and I think, you know, for the sake of yourself and for the sake of your audience, I would recommend, you know, changing these things. But I rarely ever get people coming to me with those things.
Those kind of discussions don't happen enough.
They really don't. They really, really don't. And I know I've been a little bit guilty of that myself. Like, I know there were some people where I've been a little bit concerned for them, and I just opted to not say anything because I'm generally busy in my life. I feel like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're okay, and I'm just being, you know, being too, what is it? Too critical. But I probably should reach out to them, be like, hey, what's going on? But overall, I will say it over and over again. If you are a fellow Christian content creator, or even, you know, a fan of them or a fan of me, please don't hesitate to reach out if you see anything I'm doing that's wrong. If you have concerns about me or my content or my conduct.
And then we can have that discussion from there and be like, okay, well, do we think
we
this
can
and do
have
this
a
and so on?
discussion. Yeah. I'm really not unreasonable.
Pretty sure that's a joke, Squirrel. Pretty sure that's a joke.
I really would love to hear from you, even if you are one of the people who have been recently involved in drama or has been, you know, not so nice to me or have made mistakes in the recent past. I would be more than happy to hear from you and have a conversation and be able to talk it out. You know, I'm not an unforgiving person. I would love to hear from you. And I appreciate you being concerned about me and what I do, and, you know, the heart posture of me and my audience and my friends. But
and sometimes we like do definitely need correcting. Like when it comes to like something like, oh, this really terrible thing happened, we get really, you know, that righteous kind of in anger over something. Like we kind of get a little overheated, a little over the top sometimes. But you know, there's always people there who kind of reel us back and they're like, hey, you're getting a little too spicy. It's like,
get a little too spicy.
Fair.
But overall, I don't hate you. I don't even have hard feelings. I just wish that you would talk to me instead of assuming things and talking behind my back about it to other people. It's not healthy for you. I can deal with it, whatever. I can go about my day afterwards, but that's something that's gonna be sitting on your soul
even
for
me,
longer.
says Sam. Damn,
Especially you,
Sam.
Sam.
You're literally one room over. Also, I can't go to that one store with you because I think it closed. Let me see if it closed. Let me see if it's closed. You're supposed to go to that one store to get some snacks, but
We'll see.
I think it closes at 6. Let me check.
So much for that. But
Yeah.
You're sweet sheepy and deserve better treatment. I deserve the flames of hell. But I've been given so much grace and love through Christ that I can never repay. It's only fair if I extend it to other people to the amount that I've been given, and even at that, I fail. I will never pretend that I'm better than anybody else, that I'm, more or less deserving of the Lord's love, or that I'm not capable of failing in literally every conceivable way. For most people, it just takes one bad day for them to, ruin their lives in terms of slip-ups. It takes one bad thing happening to them. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not, the kind of person that can happen to. I could very well, let the pride of, doing well, getting numbers, having a fan base, being a big VTuber someday, that could very well get to my head. It really, really could. And I need you all to look out for me, and I need my friends to look out for me and keep me on track. I am very well capable of going off target, and not even just in little ways, but really big ways. But I need that correction sometimes. But being gossiped about is not gonna help me in that regard. Being talked about behind my back instead of coming to me and having a conversation about it, that's only gonna hurt you, and it's only gonna make it so that you're spreading this contempt for your fellow brothers and sisters instead of building them up.
Not to sound like some kind of smarmy goofball, but to some degree, it's Charlie Kirk really had it right. Let's talk, even if we don't agree.
Talk.
I'm not gonna be super toxic or whatever to you. I'll snap back to some degree, sure. But yeah, he sat down and he talked. Not to use him as no. His example was honestly when I really think about it, this kind of makes me think about it. This example, all this makes me really think about that, honestly. And it's yeah, not enough people just sit down and say, hey, let's talk. I don't know.
We've gotten to a point in society where we're afraid of even hearing the opposition. We feel like we'll be made some kind of unclean by hearing, or even the idea that we may agree with the person on the other side. It scares us into completely shutting down all forms of communication. Because I remember feeling very much that way when I was secular, when I was an atheist. I don't even want to hear the opposition. I probably would have told you, oh, it's for the sake of my mental health, because I don't want to listen to Nazis, because I don't want to listen to these fascists, because there's literally nothing of value they can say to me.
Ironically, that same mindset is kind of just pervasive, and I guess that's the most obvious example of it. But I guess that's really pervasive more than just between the left and right dichotomy.
It's just ideas in general, just ideologies, even between Christians, denominationally. Oh, what if I do hear out the Catholic? What if I do hear out
Orthodox,
the Orthodox? What if I hear out the Baptists? I'm afraid that I might change my views, and what if those are wrong? What if I get what if I get some kind of brainwashed into thinking the wrong thing because it's obviously wrong? Don't take my word as gospel on this, right? I very well could be wrong, but
That's the thing, though. You have that's willing to say, well, no, I could be wrong, though.
Yeah, it's an unwillingness of, I could be wrong and this person could be right. And real people who are really that sure of their beliefs and their ideologies don't have a fear of discussing them with people who disagree with them. Like, yeah, sometimes it can be inconvenient to deal with people who are a bit belligerent and who are unkind to you because you do believe something different from them. And I completely understand that part of it. Yeah, it's difficult to have someone like spit in your face and call you names because you don't agree. But if you're afraid to even talk to them in the first place, regardless of how respectful they're being, it's not because, oh, they're evil and I just don't want to hear it. It's because you're insecure in your own beliefs. You know? And I've been guilty of that myself. Like, I have wanted to discuss like Christian topics with my unbelieving family, but I feel insecure that I don't know enough, that they'll ask questions that I can't answer, that they will, give me some kind of trump card that like, oh, I can't answer that, which I probably should buck up and actually do and get the courage for that. But overall, don't be afraid. Other ideas aren't icky. They're not something that's gonna corrupt you, right? And if the other person loves you and respects you, they'll be kind to you, and there's nothing to be afraid of. And I hope that I can be that kind of person for anyone who comes to me wanting to talk about those kinds of things. Whoever wants to discuss my ideologies and what I believe in. Because, yeah, I could be wrong. But I could also teach you something. I could also change your way of thinking for the better. What brand of cigar does the bear smoke?
It's been too expensive of a habit for me to pick up. I'll just, like as I was saying earlier with who was it? Bad with names. I too have the ADHD and the tism. It's a lot of scroll chat for so fast. But,
Desmo's never smoked a real cigar.
Not a real one.
Not a real one. We'll have to change that one day.
I've tried other things of a similar variety, but never cigars themselves.
And poser.
Poser, yep. The truth has finally come out.
You caught me.
He just likes the look of cigars. I think they look cool.
Don't they though?
ADHD, autism, my gosh, I fit right in. Yep, both me and my lovely husband Desmo have been professionally diagnosed with both ADHD and autism. We've both got a pretty rough past behind us, but we've got an immensely bright future with Christ. I'm afraid of opposition, but not because I hate them for their beliefs. I'm afraid how they will react to me. What if by talking to the Skittle hair people, they start swearing and shouting so much that if they censor with a beep, they sound like Morse code? I mean, people are always gonna act irrationally. You can't control that. You can only control how it affects you and how you deal with that. You can't control what people do to you, what people say about you, how people talk about you. You can only control how you react to that. You can only control what you say and do afterwards, and make sure that it is aligned with Christ. Not for the sake of your ego. Don't react out of the sake of your ego. Don't react.
It's super easy to.
It really, really is. I'm sure I haven't been perfect in all of this. Maybe there are times where I really should have kept my mouth shut, or maybe not even address it at all publicly.
Yeah.
I can always do better, you know, but I hope that my friends, my husband, my community will help me grow into a better person, into a person who's more aligned with Christ and his will instead of my own. Cause if you guys could only have seen me when I was at my lowest, when I was found by Desmo, when I was picked up out of the mud by Christ, you guys would almost faint by how big of a change it has been. And I thank each and every one of you for being here and supporting me and showing me love that I quite frankly do not deserve. I really am thankful for you guys, and you guys have been such an amazing blessing in my life. You've given me purpose. You've given me something to strive for. You've given me something that I can do with my life and feel like I am serving God, that I am doing something for his sake that goes beyond me, that, you know, my simple ramblings in my own head can cheer you guys up, that they can make your day better, that they can make you smile on a day that maybe you wouldn't have, that you can hear a message that can make you think and make you turn towards God maybe in a moment that you wouldn't have otherwise if you weren't, you know, in here in this community. Big Daddy Moon Sugar, thank you for the follow.
It's a good name. It's a good name.
That's a pretty good name.
He must be Khajiit because he has the moon sugar.
The moon sugar. We deserve each other, just gotta be positive.
Yeah.
I am positive. I'm positive that I don't deserve you guys. But I sincerely love each and every one of you. I may not know all of you, even by name. Some of you, I only know you as a username. But I have the best intentions for you. I have the best hopes for you. I want to be here to be a good example on you and shine the Lord's light on you as much as I possibly can. My kittens keep trying to paw at you on the screen.
That's adorable.
Hi, kitties. Oh, I'm over here now. Oh, I'm over here now. Oh, you gotta go get me. You gotta get me. You gotta get me. We love you a lot, and don't let the demons eat at your heart. They haven't for a long time.
Yeah. Khajiit has wares if you have coin, yes.
But you guys make me smile too. It's not just this one way thing. There are times where I find it so difficult to hit that go live button. Verbose, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you so much. You guys not only sustain me financially, which I so much appreciate, but you're always here if I hit the go live button. You're here to cheer me up.
Well, you know, it's funny,
in
right?
return.
Sometimes you have a hard time because you're like, oh, you're feeling the weight of everything so much. Sometimes you're just like, man, if I really do, I have to. But then there are times like, man, I really miss hanging out with chat and all that, and they're so funny and so great. The dichotomy of it's crazy.
I will legitimately get depressed if I don't stream often enough. If I go a long time without streaming, I'll just actually miss you guys.
Yeah.
But
y'all pretty lovable, you know, you guys.
You really are. You're so much fun to be around, even if you do relentlessly bully me. I'll only say it once, but I do kind of like it. It's pretty funny. But I can't thank you enough for spending your time with me and deciding that I am not only worth your time, but also your financial support and Yes, even the Baldians, even the people who laugh at all the fart jokes, and point their fingers at me saying that I did it.
You take that.
You
back.
take that back. I'm not
Okay.
lovable. I mean, no, you especially. It's not bullying. It's character building. Exactly. Do you like Mom Maria? She's kind of mean. Mom Maria?
Who is mom in this instance?
Who is mother in this instance? We love our smelly sheepy. Aw, thank you. Verbose, thank you for the sub. Everyone lick the Calvinist. Exactly. Everyone lick them.
Yeah,
We wouldn't
what?
do it if we didn't care about you.
Yeah.
I don't understand why any of you care about me. To be completely frank with you, like I'm just me.
Oh,
It
I'm
boggles
on.
my
Gotcha.
mind.
I
It
got
boggles
you, I
my
got you.
mind. I even do it with Desmo quite a lot. Of like, why would you even care about me, let alone marry me?
You don't even get it. Like she does that. It's like no, I love you. She's like, but why though? And I'm like,
But why?
I tell you all the time. And she's like, yeah, but I have a hard time believing. I'm like, we're married.
So, I grew up. Shut up. I grew up in an environment where I wasn't really cared about all that much. I was in a household where every type of abuse was present, and by every type I mean every type: physical, emotional, neglect. There's also sexual abuse in my past, and I've struggled with body image issues all my life. I've struggled with health issues. I've struggled with a lot, and it boggles my mind just just how much people care sometimes. And I've been so blessed that God has sent you all to me to be able to tell me that no, you are worth being cared about. You are someone who's not irredeemable, or someone who is, unworthy of love. I there were a lot of times in my life where I would have preferred to not wake up in the morning, but I'm just so thankful for you guys and for all the blessings that the Lord has given me. Thanks, Maria. It's my first time watching you. Well, thank you so much for being here. Grew up with the same kind of abuse like you, mental, physical, and sexual. It made me only grow closer to God and become a therapist to help others. A terrible day for Rain. We're here for you, Stinky. And thank you. I am tearing up just a little bit myself. I'm not gonna be a big crybaby though. I'm not. Big girls don't cry. But I can't be thankful enough to the Lord for just how much He's changed my life and changed me for the better. He's given me so many blessings that I never ever deserved. When I was literally an enemy of God at one point in my life. And in that point in my life, I hit my lowest. I was literally having my heart tear apart. For those of you who don't know, which I've told this story a couple times before, I have
And you'll have
genetic-
to continue telling it as time goes on as well. It's the thing that'll keep
I
coming
will,
up.
because it's God's triumphant story, not mine.
Yeah, for sure.
It's what I'm good for. Telling that story.
That's one thing.
But I was born with a genetic heart condition that causes aortic dissections,
Didn't know about it.
which is which is a part of my heart tearing open. I did not know that I had it until I was around 18 or 19 years old. And I was randomly getting chest pains. At that time, I was pagan, I was Wiccan, I was doing witchcraft, I was participating in demonic rituals. If you came up to me at the time and asked me what my opinion of Christ, and Christianity, and God was, I would have said that I hated Christians, that I hated God, that Jesus wasn't even real, and if he was, he's a fraud, that they're all bigots, right? That it's just the white man's religion to oppress everyone else. In that moment, I could have very well died because it struck randomly, and while I did go to the hospital, they did not catch what was happening. They misdiagnosed me with something else and basically sent me back home with over-the-counter pain medication and never saw me again. They sent me home, and I very well could have died that night. I should have died that night. I have doctors in extreme surprise that I am alive. I should not have survived that. But the Lord had mercy on me, and I can't thank him enough for that. I was literally his enemy, but he still loved me enough to save me in that moment. And it's through that and the fact that I've changed so much and my life has changed so much, and I finally have people to support me, and I know I'm supposed to be here for a reason. I survived through many things that should have killed me. Many years of, plenty of suicidal ideation. There were times where I would compulsively think about killing myself. There were times where I couldn't do anything but visualize how I would do it. And the fact that the Lord was with me through it all and thought that I had something to give even through that, it makes me tear up. The Lord is so good, and I hope you guys never forget that. I'm gonna be honest, I'm glad I stumbled on Christian VTubers. Me too. Despite all its flaws, despite everything, it's been such a pleasure. I've been met with so many good friends, so many people who I love and appreciate more than a lot of things in this world, that have treated me so nicely and are a reminder that I'm not alone in this. I feel like this is your own mission. Yeah, through all of my things of not feeling like I'm good enough to spread the gospel in a more academic way, I feel like the one thing that I really can do is spread my story, because it really is so unbelievable that I've literally gotten people who tell me I'm faking it. I've had to post pictures online of my surgery scars because I have a giant, like over a foot long scar down the front of my chest from my open heart surgery to fix the aortic dissection. They literally had to pry my rib cage apart and patch me up from the inside. And it was a major surgery that was really hard to recover from. But I've had to post pictures of that scar. So your entire height, shut up. Yep, that's it. That my entire body is a scar. You're a faker, Maria. A faker saying how much you don't deserve love. You guys are too sweet. That is major. Yeah, it was probably the scariest time of my life getting it done. I've been diagnosed with PTSD since then because it was so traumatic to go through.
Yeah. It still gets you sometimes.
It does. There are still some times where I'll break down about it because it was really scary. I hope that none of you ever have to go through anything like that. I can't tell you how terrifying it is to say goodbye to your loved ones, going into a room and not knowing if you're gonna come back out of it, not knowing if that's the last time you'll ever see any of them, and what they could go through afterwards if you don't.
And then you also mentioned like just feeling so not in control and exposed in that situation.
Oh yeah, I have no control over my body. I could say no to the operations, but I would basically be killing myself, right? So I had no option but to get it done. I just want to hug you. I get plenty of hugs, I promise. I'm all full up on hugs from hubby and friends and all that. But I have been through my fair share, and I'm so thankful to the Lord for giving me those experiences. Not only so that I can value my own life more, because he obviously wants me to be here. If he didn't want me to be here, I would not. I absolutely wouldn't. But I also it's hard for me to think. My bad. I'm a little bit scatterbrained at the moment. But I'm also very thankful that he gave me such a story to tell, so that I can tell it to you, so that I can tell it to people where I know there's a lot of Christians out there who feel like they don't have a very interesting story to tell. You know, the average, I was born Christian, my family was Christian, I grew up Christian. Maybe I had a bit of a time in my life where I, you know, backslided into secular things, but I never really fell away from the faith. And I came back recently.
Yeah, well, basically my story.
Basically Jasper's story. But
I had my own struggles, but they've never been with that particularly.
Yeah, and that's not invalidating those things. There's obviously people that resonates with too, right?
Yeah.
But my story definitely turns heads. It's one of those stories that even secular people will go, huh? It'll turn heads. Jesus cooked with your lore. Exactly. I was blessed enough to be given very good lore. Real life lore. Cause you see me and I tell you, hey, I was actually pagan before and I was possessed by a demon and I should be dead, but God, you know, he stepped in my life, like, to the point where it's considered like an actual medical miracle that I'm alive. And they go, huh? So that's a decent portion of why I also make friends with more secular people as well, in terms of content creators. because I want to do my best to rub off on them and be a good example. I may not go out of my way to be like, oh, Jesus Christ, this and that, and the gospel. Because I know with me, that didn't work. You could come up to me and be like, have you heard the good news?
Back then, yeah. Back in the...
I would have flipped you off, man. I would have cussed you out. It would make me hate you more. But it just, from my experience, my type of people that I resonate with, and the way that I was reached, is just being a Christian, being able to sit by your side, respecting that person, and gaining their trust of like, oh, this person is not an idiot. I can reason with this person. I trust that they have reasons for what they believe in. I feel like I can have an open, honest, respectful dialogue with that person. And I feel like they have the best wishes for me. Like, this person genuinely cares about me as a person, and they wouldn't lead me astray. They're not gonna try and get me to join their cult, right? I trust that they have my best intentions in their heart. Your stinkiness definitely does rub off on people. I quit. Today's the day I graduate, all because of you and your stinky fart jokes. Silly inquiry off topic, but is Discord link broken or just me? It's probably broken.
It's broken. Yeah. We've had to be a little more cautious. Let me post a good one for today's stream now.
Yeah, you should stick a Discord link in all 3 chats.
Yeah, I will.
So just watch out for that if you want a link to the Discord.
25 uses. Generate a new link for that for now.
But I'm just so appreciative of what I have. I know that I'm not always the most grateful. I obviously have my moments where I backslide into anxiety, and I backslide into, being in my own head and feeling like I can't do things because that's how I was in the past. I felt completely hopeless. But I need to learn to lean on the Lord more and actually live by his words and take them to heart. Be able to put my trust in him more and more every day. Which I definitely should have been doing a long time ago. But
yeah, it's been a process.
Better late than never. Better late than never. And it's a process.
Yeah.
So have you been dealing with that? I'm a Christian who deals with lust every day. Yeah, I still struggle with it.
Yeah.
I still struggle heavily with it sometimes. And
I mean, there's a reason lust is the one thing that we were expected to flee from, like, right? Run from that. Run. Do not walk, run. That's David, Solomon, so many others who were greater and closer to God than we had struggles with that, right? So, like, yeah, lust is one of the biggest battles we'll have to deal with, right?
Right. Lust is the main fighting force that Satan will send against some of God's strongest people, because it's the most effective. There's probably nothing like it. And I've definitely had my struggles with it. I grew up with a porn addiction at a very young age. I got groomed online at a very young age on YouTube, of all things, like people making
Elsagate type stuff.
Elsagate type stuff, like fan animations of children's characters doing like very fetishistic things, and it completely flew under the radar. And until it was too late, and I was completely unsupervised on the internet. And it's been a battle ever since. I was exposed to it when I was 8. I think mine was around 8, 9, 10, 11 years old. Sometime around that age. I obviously don't have the exact date. But the idea of that legit makes me nauseous. Yeah, I've had my fair share of experiences. And I've been on the uncensored internet since I was a literal child, pre-puberty. If this gets deep and sad, I will tell fart jokes. Don't test me. Give it your best shot. Leave scars when the guilt is too overbearing. Tell someone you've done it. Feels like pleading guilty in a courtroom. Yeah, the best thing is to just be honest about it. Just have an accountability partner. Be able to, tell somebody. Because a lot of what keeps you going back is the shame of it. Not being able to feel like you have anyone but those sins to go to. Right? And it may be embarrassing. It may be the most embarrassing thing of your entire life. All these secrets that you've kept hidden for so long from basically everyone. Things that might make people disgusted. But for your spiritual health, it is more than necessary. Nothing will make you feel freer than telling someone you care about and them still loving you afterwards. Them still being like, hey,
I get it.
I get it. I get it. I'm still here for you. I still see you as someone who bears the image of God and someone who is not irredeemable. Because you're not irredeemable. There is no sin that you could possibly commit that is too big for the sacrifice of Jesus Christ to cover. There's simply no such thing.
There's one such thing, but that's a very, very, very specific thing.
And what might that be?
Blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. There's one thing.
Oh, that's that.
Out of all the things you can do wrong, there is only one thing, and that's very, from my understanding, it's a very intentional, willful thing.
Right. It's basically rejecting the Holy Spirit. And if you are worried that you have potentially committed that sin, you haven't. Otherwise, your heart would be hardened. Real people who have commit that sin do not care that they have. Their hearts are simply closed off to it. So if you're worried about that, don't be.
Yeah.
You're not going to do the unforgivable sin on accident as a non-believer. Yeah. I feel like Majin Vegeta, where I can only unalive to break apart. Huh? Andeska?
You don't remember the scene where Majin Vegeta blows up to destroy Boo?
Oh yeah, I remember. I just don't understand what context that is to this conversation. I may just be a little bit restarted.
Huh.
I listened to Charles Q and he was explaining that to me. It was actually really resonated with me. Yeah, I've definitely been concerned about it myself until someone Thank you, Overture Saint, for the sub. Thank you so much. That being on Kick really helps me as well because I get a much bigger cut out of those. So thank you. I used to think this too when I watched VeggieTales. Where did I blaspheme the Holy Spirit when I was young? Yeah. I am also restarted. I think we're all a little bit restarted. We are akin to sheep. We're likened to sheep. For a very good reason. Sheep are actually very retarded. If you haven't noticed. That's why I am a sheep. They get into trouble all the time, and they're kind of big dumb idiots. But at least they're useful. We do all share one brain cell. Exactly. It's just my turn with the brain cell now. You can't have it. You're the type who knowingly misdirects people and say that the rapture is coming when they know it's not. Those are horrible people. They're not beyond saving.
He was talking
I
about,
don't think.
Grinning was talking about lust specifically with that.
Oh?
Oh, the Vegeta quote. The only way he can escape it is yeah. My
The
turn
best
with
thing-
the brain cell.
It's my turn with the brain cell. it's supposed to be my day with it.
Yeah.
They're also delicious. I did have a pretty good lamb chop at one point.
It was at the Brazilian steakhouse where when Celeste got proposed to.
Yeah, it was that same dinner. Me
Yeah.
and Samson were sitting right next to each other, and we're like, okay, here's the deal. I will try the lamb if you try the salmon. And we're both like, dang it, we both actually really think these are delicious.
You know,
Past the brain cell circle, when do I get a turd with it? It's all mine. It's all mine. You can't have it back. Lamb chop, does that constitute cannibalism? Probably. My apologies. That's cannibalism. I just said it. I'm so sorry, chat. What was that voice? It's just my voice.
Which voice?
The amount of times that I've been accused of faking my voice too is also kind of hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. Whenever I redesigned myself to be Maria Grace, because a lot of you have already seen what I look like in the past in my previous iteration, right? I really had my heart set on being this kind of mature lady. Like, I'm gonna be intellectual, and I'm gonna be, all these things. I'll tell you how wrong I was. Like, I really wanted to change to be more mature, and I thought that would better reflect Christ. I really thought it would, but I could not manage it. That's just not the kind of person I am. Verbose, thank you for the gifted sub to Top Hat. Thank you. I'm too low on points to request a model change. Profit. Hold on. $3 from Profit for a donation. Thank you so much. My last donor to you explained the origin name of the demon core, why people sometimes jokingly call you. I hope you read it. Yeah, I did read it. Thank you so much. Let me see. There we go. Gosh, all these messages are going by too fast. I gotta head out. I have some thoughts I need to sort out. Please take care and keep me in prayer, Des and Maria. Of course.
Oh, for sure, Ironbear, yeah.
Just for fun, sometime we need the rabbit to show up on the stream. Maybe. I just don't think the model is quite up to my standards now. I feel like it needs better rigging. I've gotten spoiled. It was cute. Well, I appreciate that. I made the design myself.
They're asking, is it just rabbit ears? You can give them a little quick preview. The old one. Even if you don't use it for a while, just give them a little. The old razzle dazzle.
They've seen it before. They've seen it before.
Someone's asking though. They're asking, is it just rabbit ears?
No, it was
Just show them. Just show them.
A full anthropomorphic rabbit. With
Ange hasn't seen it either.
Fine. Fine, I guess I'll show you, but don't judge. You're not allowed to judge. Terrified of anthropomorphic animals will be prepared to scream. But this was me for the longest time.
Some of you might have remembered Saint Usagi on Twitter.
Yeah. So I was Saint Usagi. She had a decent amount of followers on Twitter. she had a couple of popular posts. At least I heard. But this is how I look like for a long time before I became Maria Grace. I got taco flavored Doritos, based. Heard that name once?
That is a big difference.
Trudy Hops' trans sister. All right. I've never been roasted so hard before. Celeste, be proud. It's so cute. Go back. I have my chat both screaming at me, "You're adorable," and "Oh no, go back." Does she go bald too? No, she doesn't. She doesn't have a lot of toggles. What you see is what you get.
Yeah, not a very customizable, very with a lot of going on avatar. Her design was pretty nice, but
I think I only knew you as Maria Grace. Sweet. Wait, did you post the really based stuff?
I did.
I do that both before and after the change.
Yeah.
Get the holy water. She's a furry. People got like really wrong ideas about what I stood for because of the color scheme.
You just like
of
the colors.
This model. Like I really like the colors, but unfortunately they have been kind of co-opted by the alphabet mafia. Like, this character, it's cute, thank you. It's my official fursona. So Desmo is a bear in part because we were both furries. So she didn't.
I don't claim that label. Keep it away from me.
Keep it away from me. People for some reason don't register you as a furry.
Good.
Good. Usagi.
Nothing against the furry bros here, but like, no, that fandom is largely just ugh.
We are like furry light, right? We're not furries, we're fuzzies. We are fuzzies.
Anyways, you can change back out of the rabbit.
I don't know, maybe I got used to it. Maybe I'll just change back. Maybe I will be forever Usagi.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure you want that.
Usagi, you gotta meet Grace. She's stinky but epic.
Yeah.
Tesmo isn't a furry, he's just a bear. Yeah, that's what people say. I don't know how it doesn't register, but it really doesn't for some reason.
Green was like, I want Maria back.
Okay, we'll get Maria back. Here we go. Shut up.
Yeah, king.
She farts all over the place. No, she doesn't. I heard she's a great woman. Stop being mean to her.
Alright.
Okay, let me get my older model back. Because
it.
it's kind of a pain in the butt to switch it over.
We need to make... There was one thing that Code showed us, I think you can do in the settings where you can make the fade in to like 0.01 seconds and it pretty much instantly changes without any kind of looping through all the different stuff.
Loopy doopies.
It makes it pretty much an instant change. You should probably set it to that. We'll see about that.
Maybe. What off-puts Desmo being a furry is definitely the cigar. It adds a level of baseness that most furries do not have. Yeah, it's entirely the cigar. Shut up, Jerry Bean. The farting queen has returned. All hail the farting queen. You guys suck. I know I was glazing you a moment ago saying I'm thankful for you guys, but like I take it back. I take it back. You've ruined it.
Knots, welcome in.
Hi, Knots. Make me? Alright, can we ban Jerry Bean, please? Get him out of here. Don't give him his coat.
Ways to go. Welcome in. First time chat.
Welcome in. I gotta make sure I get my holy sheep in the right.
Who's your favorite artist? Maria and Desmond. My favorite artist is my wife. She do art. She just doesn't do it as much anymore, but she do art. She's really good.
Hi.
But she doesn't do it so much these days.
Are we talking like musical artist or like painty artist? What kind of artists we talking about?
That's a good question, actually.
If we're talking music, I like Daft Punk, even though they're dead.
Yeah.
I'm also a big fan of Joji.
Yeah.
Joji is pretty awesome. I'm kind of jealous of Celeste that she got to see him in concert. It was pretty based. macaroni artist. I'm a really big fan of like new disco, right?
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool.
You mean Filthy Frank, right? I mean, yeah.
Yes, I was a big fan of Filthy Frank back in the day.
Same.
Big fan. Big fan. Yeah, Daft Punk. What other artists? I really like a musician called Cosmo Sheldrake. He's a British musician, and he makes a lot of like really cool, almost storybook sounding music. Like it's a weird blend of almost EDM, I want to say, and like classical Disney kind of style orchestrated stuff. I really like it.
Justice's logo is literally across his new disco. Go listen to them. Lol.
Joji is to Filthy Frank as Maria is to Usagi. You know what? Kinda. You kind of cook with that. Not gonna lie.
I'm gonna go hang out with Sam. Leave you to it.
Yeah, you go for it.
Yeah. So, I'll see y'all.
I'll probably wrap up here soon and
Short today.
catch up with you guys.
Yeah.
Let me see. Bro time. Welcome to the rice fields. But no, I was a big fan of Filthy Frank. I thought he was very funny. Very funny. See you, bro. Everyone say bye-bye to Desmo. Bye-bye, Commander. We didn't have him say a wisdom for us. Time to leave since Desmo is gone? Understandable. He is the real Oshi here. Phasmo. I want to redeem for the rats you had yesterday. Hold on, I'll give you a rat. We'll have a rat just for the sake of rat. We'll do this one. We'll do this one. Yeah, look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him go. He's hitting it. He hitting it like it ain't nobody business. He is really cool. He's the best. Desmo has stuck by me thick and thin. He's amazing. And I'm so blessed to have him as a husband. And I know I take him for granted sometimes too. But bye, Desmo. The Desmo left, such a shame. The absolute speed of that little rat, man. Yeah, he took a little fent. He took a little bit of fent and he's just vibing now. He'll be alright. Oh, shoot, a rat. Ay. Believe I've heard some of their music. Can confirm quite wholesome and happy. Just maybe not everyone's cup of tea. Is that Remy the cook on your head? You don't know that. You know that it could be any rat. That's the he may or may not help me cook snickerdoodles sometimes. You know, but that's okay. Our husband is so wonderful. He's not yours. I'm not sharing him. He's mine. Just mine. You guys cannot have him. He is for one sheep and one sheep alone, and that sheep is me because he married me, and he's legally obligated to stay with me forever. Forever and ever and ever until he dies. And even then, I will stay with him forever. We'll be buried in the same box together. Yeah, but we are sheep. Well, there's only one sheep for him. He's legally obligated to only have one sheep. Not even as one of the gaming gang. As more just legally obligated, he's spiritually obligated. Yeah. If he doesn't love me, then God will smite him. I said it wasn't. I'll say it again. This ain't the blue site. We don't share spouses here. Exactly. Oh gosh, I just turned into a yandere. I can sometimes. If you threaten to steal my man, I will do illegal things to you if you steal my man or attempt to. Let's follow the logic here. You two are married. You two are one. Technically speaking,
Women.
this is his stream too. I mean, it really is. Also, stop it with the women. Stop it. That's racist. Technically speaking, this is his stream too. It's actually being streamed on his computer. So I have OBS up on my computer, and it's basically being sent to his computer, so he can stream it to you guys. So everything you see is actually coming from his PC, and he can shut it down at any moment. He also helped me set up a very big chunk of it. Be careful, she's going to take more than 2 candies out of the bucket that says take 2. I would never. I would literally never. What kind of illegal acts we talking? Sending me dirty white shoes or sending me C4? I'll let you decide, Fed boy. Wouldn't you like to know? We need to watch WWE AI slop channels having a stroke videos on stream. I've seen those already. I'm not gonna give a good reaction to it because I've already seen it. It is really funny though. It is quite funny. Let me see. We still kind of have to do Fan Art Friday, don't we? I'm pretty sure. Where's that channel again? Oh. Okay. Where is the Fan Art Friday channel? There we go. So I do have a couple things to go through. If you do have any fan art of me, do post it in the Discord, real quick so I can go over it. Because I do love seeing those things from you. I forget where I left off last. I guess we'll start with this. Hold on. Let me move over to the correct scene. Why not just shorten it to Fart Friday? Because I know what you guys would do. I know what you guys would do with that name. I know exactly what kind of viewers you are. Do you have an art tag on X? Not really. I think someone made one at some point, but I kind of forget what it is. Let me get that open. Discord. Yippee! First off, we have this very amazing AI generated picture of me as a comic book character. I think that's what it is. But this fit goes insanely hard. For like no good reason. It goes insanely hard. When I first saw this, I thought like, what if I like actually make this into some kind of official outfit? Like none other. Alright, ban Cryptic. Ban him. Ban him. Like, this is so pretty. In a world of shadows, she brings grace. It's so cute. It's so cute and it's so pretty. All the colors are amazing. I would legitimately love to have this as an official outfit if I could afford it. Should get it for your new model? Maybe. I would have to have this like completely modeled by scratch. And it would kind of be hard to find an artist who would be okay with me giving them an AI picture for inspiration. On top of like, oh, you're conservative? Bye-bye Nazi. That too. Next we have turn Marie into Warframe. He made both an image of me as this cool robot character. I apologize because I'm not really a Warframe fan. I don't know a whole lot about it. But this looks so cool. It looks so cool. A little robot sheep. He also made a little character sheet for it. It's so cool looking. It's so cool. I love it. I love it. I got powers. I got energy whip that I hit code with when he doesn't work fast enough. I got beam of retardation. I got the the special circle and the tard aura. You can do it on your RFab for pretty cheap. Malcolm, who always talks with Leaflet, and every other Friday makes a VTuber model maker that rigs models. Ooh, that would be cool. I might have to talk to him about it. This is so neat. It's so neat looking, and it's so pretty. I love the color scheme. Electro Nova, Chain Blessing, Thunder Ordinance, and Sanctify. Wow, it's so cool. Thank you so much for making this. It's really, really neat. Code in there. Yo, this is sick. Noise. Code also generated me as a Sonic the Hedgehog sheep. So I officially have a Sonic OC that was made for me. Maria Grace's sheep. Yep, that's me. Sister Maria's a bully. I would never. But I think this looks really, really cute. This would also be a neat model to have, just so I can blend in with the other autists. Thank you for making that for me. Oh no. Funny meme, but not actually what I want. Not actually. Not actually. It's just I will say, I think that ironic ship art between Samson and Desmo is like the funniest thing ever. I think it's hilarious to have two buff anthropomorphic animal men who have zero interest in each other in real life. Buff Bear Man x Buff Salmon Man, it was practically meant to be. You can't say it wasn't. You can't say it wasn't. I find it hilarious because it makes both of them supremely uncomfortable. And that's hilarious to me. I made fan art I made in Paint Tool SIA. Maria Grace making the Anya Forger smirk because she's legitimately such a gremlin. This is not what I look like, chat. I look nothing like this. This is not who I am. It's not what I stand for. A peak bromance material. Exactly. That's a ship art of Samson and Desmo. They're the same. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not the same picture. This and me, not the same thing. Not the same. This is a gross misunderstanding of my character, and I'll have you know this is racist. I think. What else is there? What is this? Chat, what is this? Can you explain what this is to me? Jerry? I don't know who posted this or who was reacting to it with gems. But we need to ban all of them. We need to ban every single one of Freak on a Leash. Shut up. Shut up. This is a mischaracterization and cyberbullying, and I will report all of you to the cyber police. The chief recruiter, shut up. We also have this amazing piece by Amazing, which is actually her profile picture now. But she drew me in a really cute pose. It's really, really well done. Thank you so much. go support Amazing. She's awesome. She's amazing, if you could believe it. There's also this shut up. Sorry for what I have done. What is this? Oh yeah, that one. We also have this, me and my Bugatti. That's actually a pretty cute outfit for what it is. I like the sporty kind of skirt there with the shorts underneath. It's really cute. I would love to have a car like that. I know I can't drive and I don't have a driver's license. But like, what if I just like owned a really cool sports car? I woke up in my new Bugatti. Crashing to the after party. It's a Porsche, is it? I don't know my cars. It just looked cool. It just looked cool, and I like it, and it's neat. Driving in style, committing war crimes. I would never commit a war crime on I would never commit a war crime on camera. No, I would never do that. Maria looks just like, stop clipping it. Stop clipping it. It's not a war crime if you win. Exactly. Press X. Code, you saw nothing. You saw nothing. What do you mean, Code? What do you mean? I did nothing. You can't prove anything. You cannot prove anything. Please chat. There is no war in Bossing, say. There is no war. What do you mean? No, nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. Nothing to be discussed here. Chris is one of the funniest female streamers. Dude, you're assuming I'm female. That's the real thing. This has been a voice changer all along. Code, I see you typing. I see you typing. Cannot prove anything. Has hours and hours of video evidence. There's probably someone collecting evidence. Apparently got a warning for what I said. Bring it on, coffee, tree hugger, Twitch. Wait a minute, I just remembered an AI image I made of you a while back. Yeah, I love AI images as well. I post a bunch myself. I think they're really neat. Be sure to watch your newest music video. You know, that one stays. That one stays. I do have a new music video, like a lyric video, coming out on my YouTube channel tomorrow. It's one of the songs that I made using my voice through AI. I think it sounds really good, and Code did a wonderful job on the video. He edited it really, really well. I saw a little bit of it. Now edit the message code. Is it the gamer failure song? It is. It is the not a gamer girl song. Shut up. What even is this face? I thought Desmo said you could sing. I can. I just get a little bit shy singing, actually. I do have a karaoke stream as one of my goals for my Donothon. So hey, if you want to hear me actually sing, you know what to do. Shut up, TV Crusader. Your mom is gay. It's only a war crime if there are witnesses. Exactly. I've been waiting for that one. It's probably the best one that I put out so far. Mr. Trainwreck is typing. Anyways, as I was saying, whoever did that fart reverb, your mom was gay. Did you not sing in church then, Maria? I have never sang in church. Alright, now you guys are just posting random things in there because I'm seeing it. Now you guys are just posting random stuff. I already gotta shut it down. I gotta shut it down. The atrocity I just witnessed on the screen. How much I gotta find to get karaoke stream? Let me actually look on on what goal that was. 07. GG's. GG's son. That would be in the announcements, I think. Yes. So the karaoke stream is at 6K, which is 75%. It'll be after the Jackbox games, which is our next goal. And after the Jackbox games is Desmo doing the hot chip challenge. And then it will be the karaoke stream. So 6,000 for the karaoke stream. Got a popsicle from the ice cream truck. Ooh. I haven't seen an ice cream truck in forever. I kind of want ice cream now. 6, 7? No. You know, just for that, I'm ending stream. Just for that, you're the reason I'm ending stream. Just join the Discord. Ooh, nice. We're getting close. We are. Well, I know what I'm doing with my third paycheck. No, none of you are obligated to give me anything. You just being here is more than enough for me. You just deeming that I'm worth your time means the world to me. It's been a good run. I heard you sing, and I've always thought you were great at singing. Thank you. I was cool with 6, but 7, really, Maria? Alright, you don't gotta do me like that. Yes, I am for legal reasons. This is a joke. Quiet sheep woman, take our love. I don't wanna. You can't make me. You cannot make me. I remember when the chip almost killed Samson. Chip? Oh, right, the hot chip. And for the record, for people who may be watching, I was not the one to suggest that Desmo do the hot chip challenge. I was not the person to suggest that. He wanted to do it himself because he loves the spicy food, and for some reason, he loves torturing himself. Yep, that one. Yeah, same one that Samson did. Desmo will be doing it. He did it of his own volition. Is he insane? Yes, he married me. So, by definition, yeah. If I had a shot every time someone said every Christian VTuber is jailbait, I'd be done for the night. Yeah, if I had a nickel for every time that I was accused of being some kind of bait, or like some kind of child predator, or like just like lolly affirming in any way, I would be a billionaire by now. I'd be a freaking billionaire. Because even when I had my more adult model and I was being criticized because she had like woman proportions and she had a bosom, right? She had Budon honker rolls. I would still get the accusation that I look like a child. When I was both getting comments about how I looked too voluptuous and also too much like a child at the same time. I don't understand it. I still don't understand it. I've since stopped getting the comments about being too voluptuous since changing my model. So at least that's half of it being, you know, gone. I still get the looks like a child or acting like a child or being like some kind of bait for weirdos thing. But at least it's only one of them now, right? You don't even look cool, just cute. Exactly. I could say I look a little bit young. Cold, stop posting that. Stop posting that. No, don't give them evidence of me singing. It's not good. Stop. If I had a nickel for every time a koala brain moron opened their mouth, I'd be able to buy the solar system. I mean, you'd have a nickel for every time I open my mouth at all. Fear the singing? You should. Your ears will bleed. The singing was beautiful. What? Listen, I'm embellished. don't show people. How do you know what a child looks like if you don't even know what a woman is? Did you get a new model? I switched over to this one. To my original was a 3D model, and then I got this one that's a 2D one. And I've changed it a bit over time. I'm still like slowly playing with it in some areas, like my face shape sometimes, or my eyes sometimes. If you go back and look at older streams, you'll definitely be able to notice some of the differences. I think it's been subtle, so you don't really notice stream for stream. Are you planning to get a 4D or 1D model eventually? When that technology comes out. When the technology comes out, maybe. I miss VRC karaoke. Maybe one day. I will have a new VR chat model sometime soon-ish. That's of the chibi model. So I might go and do stuff like that again. But overall, maybe one day. I've noticed the slight differences. Okay, well, shut up. You don't gotta mention them. You don't gotta... You know what? Oh my, thank you, Ko, for posting that clip. The singing is divine. No, it's not. Nuh-uh. A 1D model would be pretty easy to set up, I think. Yeah, hold on. Let me get that 1D model. Here it is. It's looking at you straight forward. Wait, hold on. That wouldn't be it. Hold on. Let me do some shenanigans. Not like that, but like... Wait a second. Let me cook. Let me cook. Not even like that. What? It would be... Why is it doing the whole thing? Why is it... Nan desu ka? Hmm? Why is it being so weird? Okay, what if I... And then... Yeah, welcome to my 1D model, guys. welcome to the 1D model. Yep, aren't you guys so impressed? This is brand new technology. Brand new technology. If you are on the singular plane... Thank you for the applause. Thank you for the wows. I didn't plan on debuting my new model this way. She's too lewd. Yeah, can't you tell by how curvaceous I am? Can't you tell? There's too many D's in this model. When Maria started the 1D diet, yeah, when I started doing Ozempic. This is actually genius. It'll be the easiest fan art ever. Lewd maxing, yep. Have you never been so aroused in your life at a single line of pixels? Wow, I can't believe that I've fallen so far. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry to subject you all to that. My apologies. I promise to never do it again. I promise. Model skin is kind of dark, racist. Alright. I am like white as the snow. What are you even talking about? What are we even talking about here? You look like those colorized barcodes. Why double your D's? What? Maria ended up in the back rooms. You know, my bad. Simpson actually wants to play the... What was the game? Escape the Backrooms together game sometime. It looks kind of fun. I feel like we'd have fun with that. Type 1 in the chat if you think that'll be fun. Type 2 in the chat if you're gay. And also balding and also fat. No, we love our 1D VTubers. I'm the only one that exists. Add me to whoever is a 1D VTuber that isn't me. 3, I'm only fat. Well, I'm not gay or balding or fat. Well, then type 3 for Spanish. Type 3 to say she's a fat chud. Shut up! I'm not a fat chud that you know of. Desmo is technically a 1D VTuber. I don't think he's even a VTuber, no. Well, I guess he has the one model. He just doesn't have his own channel quite set up yet. We really should make him do Desmo shows more often. But you are a chud, aren't you? I mean, yeah, but like, I don't have to be a fat chud. I know that I'm 455 pounds in real life. But like, that doesn't mean that you get to call me fat. I know that I'm the shape of a beach ball. Like an overinflated beach ball. That doesn't mean... health at every size, you know? She's not fat, she's just chunky. Yeah, like chunky curdled milk. I have the clip of you saying you're a fat freaking chud. Alright, shut up. Don't use my own words against me. It's not nice. Can we get a mushy show? He does have a Twitch channel. He just doesn't go on very much. He never joins with his voice, which is a shame. Probably tiny IRL. Height. I am both 5'2" in terms of height and width. I am a beast. I am gargantuan. I am a sphere. I am entirely spherical. All of my proportions are in the shape of a ball, as God intended for women to be. Your Unity cube. Perfectly puntable? Shut up. 5 feet wide. Frame mogs all of us. Yeah, 5 feet of pure muscle. Pure unadulterated muscles. Her voice, like her model, is angelic, but she doesn't know what she's talking about. I take back what I said about Desmo. He's not insane. He's very lucky to have her. Aww. Wait, stop being nice to me. I'm not used to it. Stop that. Stop that. Just like queso? Exactly. I'll have you know that I'm a disgusting freak of nature outside of the screen. If you all saw me, you'd run away like you all saw Shrek. Yep. And I'm actually balding in real life. I'm a bald 40-year-old 5'2" length and width man with Cheeto dust on my fingers, stained permanently orange from the amount of Doritos and Cheetos that I eat. Mini O's. Speaking of queso, there's apparently a kid queso. Probably not. It's just a grifter. Just somebody trying to steal his MO. One man's trash is another man's treasure. I'm molding in real life. Balding round puntable, truly the spirit of football World Cup. Shut up! Where the black pills you've been taking? I only take Christ pills, thank you. White pills, Christ pills, hopium. I'm a hopium addict. I inject that stuff every day. It's labeled as Fent, but I know it's hopium, actually. Maria's a 40-year-old man confirmed. Exactly. 47 to be exact. Someone needs to make LARParia. LARParia? LARParia? Is that it? Yeah, I need like 1,000 alter egos of me. 1,000 alter egos of Maria. Maria is old. Yep, I am ancient. I have ancient wisdoms. How do you think my hair got gray? because I'm so old. I'm like a million, billion, jillion years old. Oh, we have Pink Sheep again. I also know we had a couple of random Bible verses throughout there. I saw at least one. So let me pull that up for you guys. We'll close up with a little bit of Bible reading. How about that? Let me get it up. Random Bible verse generator. We'll generate like 5 of them because I'm feeling ambitious. What is this LARP trend? I don't know, man. Everyone's just feeling like people are posers and fakers. I don't get it. People don't understand that you can, like, have opinions and actually believe in them if you disagree with them. I don't get it. How about read me the whole Bible? That would be too long and my voice would go out. I'll be getting my stream up VRC night running at 8, so just so you know. I probably won't be around for that long. Let's get some random Bible verses, shall we? Our first random Bible verse of the day is 2 Samuel 22:32. For who is God besides the Lord? And who is the rock except our God? Our next verse. 1 Peter 4:7. At the end of all things is near. No, the end of all things is near. Apologies, I cannot read. Therefore, be alert and sober of mind so that you may pray. Our next one is Psalm 139:4. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. Our next one is Matthew 26:41. Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Next we have Hebrews 4:16. Let us then approach God's throne of grace with confidence, so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. Amen. The Old Testament in 2 sentences. People of Israel, why don't you just follow the rules? Alright, I'm sending the Messiah. Yep. That's about right. Amen and goodbye. Yes. Thank you all so much for being here and listening to me yap. They say grace like your name. Oh, wee wee. But thank you so much for continuing to be here for me all the time. And if this is your first time being here, even if it's your last time being here, thank you so much for stopping by and giving this old sheep something to look forward to. But I will bid you all adieu. Remember to count your sheep, count your blessings, and have a very good weekend. Night, night, guys. Goodbye.